and you realize it's all cyclical. This too will pass. Go 90% down, go sideways for a long time, all the weak hands give up and they leave, and the market, boom, explodes. It will still be in the top 50 over the next 5 years. I think, not financial advice, that you'll be financially free. What's up, guys? Kevin Cage here with another cryptocurrency update. So this will be part 2 of that series I'm doing. Now, part 1 was the video I uploaded 2 or 3 days ago, and that was diving into the technicals behind API 3 and then also going over Algorand. In today's video, I wanted to dive into some of the NFT functionality, the testing going behind the scenes for the XRP ledger, because I do believe that NFTs are absolutely going to dominate when it's actually on a network that has high throughput, extremely low fees, and has tremendous uptime with over a 10-year track record of never being down. Now, Solana, for example, has been down over a handful of times over the past 2 years. Now, it has tons of VC money backing. I'm not bashing it. I just believe that NFTs on the XRP ledger are going to show the world how NFTs should be. We also had some really strong winds and like a torrential downpour out by me. So we actually fixed 11 windows today, and we had some damage on the rooftop. I had a canopy, and the wind was so strong where I had this canopy on the roof that it literally pulled this like metal pole out of the concrete. And I think it was actually like plaster behind some blocks, so it wasn't the most stable like we thought. But yeah, that's been fun. So looking at the Bitcoin price chart on the weekly time frame, we can see this giant ascending channel I have dating back to 2013. Now, it's my personal opinion that a lot of altcoins we see today, whether it looks like it or not, we have to stretch out that fractal and look. And I do believe there's a variety of altcoins that we see that are following the fractals from early Bitcoin charts over the last 10 years. And I know I've done videos in the past showing you how XRP, XLM, a lot of the OGs could be following this March 2020 crash fractal, just right here, before waking up yet again. But the question is, how low do we go before we see that recovery? Now, with Casper and Moonbeam, that video I did probably a couple weeks back, I was showing you the similarities of this fractal just falling all the way down, and then it had this grueling recovery but still reached some extremely high extensions. And this is something that a lot of people use. I mean, Raul Pal of Real Vision Finance has shown and laid over the charts before that Ethereum was actually following an early 2017 fractal for Bitcoin, which is really just this whole move. Now, Ethereum crashed, so is it in one of these moves where it's just a much, much deeper crash to account for the fractal? So zooming in on the Bitcoin price chart, we have the daily, somewhat following this channel, this trend line. You have that wick. Now, we have not yet hit that level yet, but let me show you how long we've been under right here, that 25K region. So last time we fell was around, just say June 13th, and we've been under 25K for roughly, let's just say 25, 26 days, meaning that we just fell straight down. We have yet to do any type of backtest on that wick or even other previous levels that are now acting as resistance. So as we scroll back, we can see this would be the next level of resistance to really get through. I mean, arguably, we could draw a horizontal ray and go right there, say, you know, we're battling it right now. But that's just something I'm watching. Yes, I do believe alts that are down 90%, some are down 99%, and then others are down 80%. Yes, I do believe that alts will recover. I do believe at some point we get that big retracement, but we want to see money come into Bitcoin. If Bitcoin stays at these levels or drops lower, we can't really expect any fun in the altcoin market yet. Now, there may be some alts that have moved and done a 200 or 300% pump. So I'm watching those alts and trying to look at the top 100 and even lower at, you know, top 300 projects and trying to find out if there's any leading indicators or maybe a game of follow the leader. But I'm really just waiting for Bitcoin to wake up, make a decision. It has been over 3 weeks just ranging at these levels that are still, frankly, below 23,000. So anywhere from 17 to 18K all the way up to 23K. We want to see this buy volume come in and go berserk. We got a little bounce for XRP, which is nice. We can see from this low, at least, of 30 cents, we did pump 17%. And also, Jed McCaleb's taco stand, as everybody calls it, he's almost out of XRP, so that means his selling of XRP will be done. There are 31 million XRP left. Now, I know maybe it was last week, because time flies, we showed a balance of like 80 million XRP, so that's already been cut in half. So we can see with the 3-month average, if he sold over 4 million XRP, he would be done in 7 days, which is insane. I never thought this day would come, and it's really eerie to me that all of this selling by Jed McCaleb, one of the co-founders of the XRP ledger who went on to found Stellar, has been selling, and it's almost lasting and running out perfectly during the Ripple versus SEC case. It's just fascinating. So if you want to find this yourself, you can literally type in Jed McCaleb XRP balance, and this should be the first website to pop up. I also shared this on Twitter. And also, guys, please beware of scammers. My only social media accounts are linked on my cover photo right on my only Twitter. This is my only Twitter account, Kevin_Cage_. And my YouTube channel, I was able to verify it and get a check mark. So any social media linked under those videos are my only social media accounts. So right on my cover photo, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, any others are scammers. They are changing, an underscore or a hyphen, and those are scammers. This is an example of what happened. This guy is using your name to scam people. He's got your YouTube channel linked to his profile. He scammed me out of $5,000 using a trading platform, digitaltradefx.net. Do not click these links. Do not send them any money, guys. Block those accounts, report those accounts. And I put this in every single YouTube video. Beware of impersonators in YouTube comments. My only socials are linked on the link tree below. Now beware of scammers link tree, so just make sure you go to the verified YouTube channel right there with the check mark. Next up, we have Nick Bougalis. This is the Director of Engineering at Ripple, the company. He put this out a couple days ago, ensuring stable, performant NFTs on the XRP ledger. So they actually published their testing methodology and the results. The types of workloads that were tested are XRP payments, NFT minting, NFT offer plus buys or sells, and mixed XRP payments with an NFT offer to buy or sell. We can also see the transaction throughput or transactions per second, so 2,199 transactions per second for XRP payments. So I'll save you some time and read part of the conclusion here. Despite the effort to minimize the overhead of XLS20 based NFTs, which are the tokens that are NFTs on top of the XRP ledger, they're called XLS20. Just like Ethereum has different NFTs like ERC1155 or ERC721. NFT transactions are more computationally intensive to process compared to simple XRP payments. This was expected primarily because more ledger objects are manipulated when processing NFT transactions as opposed to payments. With payments, they only manipulate two objects, the accounts of the sender and the recipient. Now, speaking of NFTs, an XLS20 on the way, and I'm really hoping it's coming out shortly, like I'm talking hopefully in the next 2 months, we can see on XRP.com, their token is OXP. It's currently valued just under 7 cents. Now, this market cap is absolutely tiny. But the cool thing about OnXRP or OXP is it's a giant platform. It's not just an NFT marketplace, which it's going to be. And this is fascinating because OnXRP was one of the companies actually listed and partnered with Ripple in the Ripple report. So Ripple sees OnXRP as a valuable and legitimate project and platform. We all know that Ripple, the company, just opened another office in Toronto. I saw that video today that was announced. Expanding, they have money while the majority of even exchanges are firing their workforce because they can't keep up. So this is about making the XRP ledger the most accessible blockchain. So if you want to read the vision, this is on onxrp.com. Hear about the founders. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Kai. He's awesome. So you can see an NFT marketplace. They have a decentralized exchange to actually trade a variety of projects, including Xspectre right here, valued at about 8.1 cents. These are 2 projects building on the XRP ledger. They have a content hub about everything XRP ledger, crypto, and NFTs. On XRP TV podcast, DeFi for swapping, staking, etc. And this is going to be bridging to the XRP ledger between other ecosystems, including the Avalanche native tokens. In my opinion, AVAX is a definite contender and survivor for the future. So it's great that AVAX and now the XRP ledger are aligning incentives with people behind both companies that have vested interests for the success of XRP and AVAX and the tokens that exist on these networks. Plus, we have play to earn gaming. So this is super cool. If you wanted to click trade, you can see the current price. Now this is actually versus XRP, so you can see OXP versus XRP and a variety of other assets, including XPunk, we have OVX, we have Club, Xspectre. So if you wanted to keep tabs on these, you can. Now I'm actually on my desktop, but if you were mobile, you could connect it right to your Sum wallet or the Sum wallet application, which is an XRP wallet. So in my opinion, I do believe that Ripple is going to help OnXRP succeed for the long term, and being a super low cap asset, I'm going to be watching. And I know King Solomon likes OnXRP, so I'm definitely keeping an eye on it. Now let's talk about Stater. So first off, we have Stater. They are proud to announce the HEDERA DeFi Alliance, also known as HDA. Love that. So the founding members are a variety of groups. So we have Saucer Swap Labs. This is going to be a decentralized exchange for HEDERA. We have Stater, of course, and I'm sure you guys are already familiar. You can actually stake your HBAR right now. So on staterlabs.com, we can see infrastructure for staking over $51 million. Wow. We have HEDERA, Terra 2, not touching it, and Polygon. So we have over $38 million being staked right now for HBAR. And you can see their partners. I mean, they have TAKEOVER, Coinbase Ventures, 3 Arrows, which aren't they going bankrupt? Don't quote me on that, but I thought they were. But anyways, we have blockchain.com. We also have Huobi or Wobi. Everybody corrects me when I say that. And then also Ledger Prime. Now, when you click HBAR, I have the option to connect my wallet so I can actually go right to the Hashpack or .app Chrome extension to stake my HBAR. And currently we can see exchange rate, HBAR X, we can see a total value locked number of HBAR, and a 39, almost 40% APY. It was a little higher before. I believe when it went live, it was maybe over 50%. I know when API 3 launched staking, it was over, I think 55, 56%, but then it came all the way down. I do anticipate that this APY will go down. We also have to be aware of too good to be true returns. And speaking of that, Anders L sharing from David Schwartz, everyone who loaned money lost money because of high promised rates of returns always means high risk. So Nexo, for example, is not offering me 40%. Or, I mean, XRP, I think it's still anywhere from like 6 to 8%, so nothing crazy. But any platform where they're like, hey, give us your Bitcoin and we're going to give you 30% back, they are doing something very high risk, and that means they're making over 30% to be able to pay you 30% back. So, especially in today's landscape with liquidations, crypto companies actually going bankrupt, I would be super, super cautious lending out your money to any platform. Speaking of this, we have Raoul Pal. There are $63 trillion of intangibles on global balance sheets of corporations. Tokenization, it's the future. It's going to be turning brands and communities into tangibles, and I can already see that happening slowly today. And shares the utility and the network with the community. So, we've seen DAOs, and it's going to keep evolving. Remember, banks, why don't they want to adopt blockchain? Because it levels the playing field. That's why they're fighting it, but slowly adopting it. Have you noticed that Goldman Sachs, one of the biggest, has a crypto trading desk? They can't beat them, they join them. And they want to make sure that they own the infrastructure. They want to own the platform so that we are with them. We're still paying them fees. But eventually, at least the dream scenario, utopia idea, is that we have a more so decentralized landscape of DeFi in a peer-to-peer system. So that's kind of the promise of Bitcoin. But unfortunately, Bitcoin as even a payments mechanism will not work. It cannot scale properly. The fees are too high. And to work as the bedrock of the new internet, we need better networks. And that's why I'm a huge fan of XRP for payments. I mean, HEDERA, Algorand, other huge layer 1 contenders, Casper, DAG is a layer 0 for interoperability. There's so many other assets that I'm watching that have not had the massive return that Bitcoin has had. And if you get any of those winners in the next 5 to 10 years, I think you're going to do extremely well. And in my opinion, if you pick even just a couple winners that will still be in the top 50 over the next 5 years, I think, not financial advice, that you'll be financially free. Also, so we have the FANG stocks, FAANG. Now these are really kind of coined by, what's his name? Coined by the one guy on the news. Anyways, Facebook, now Meta. We have Amazon. You can also add Apple here, Netflix, or Google, owned by Alphabet. These are the big companies of the world. And in my opinion, cryptocurrency, we're going to have those versions ideally in the top 10 in the future. And unfortunately, since the market crashed, which this is a huge opportunity, we can see, I mean, most of the assets in the top 10, Tether, USDC, we have Binance USD. These are stable coins. When the market really wakes up, I anticipate that some of these stable coins are not in the top 10. We want to see utility in the top 10. Now, stable coins, yes, they do have utility. I get it. But I don't want the top 10 to just have 3 to 6 stable coins. I want to see actual networks. Now, yes, Ethereum, the father of DeFi, gave birth to so much after Bitcoin. But that doesn't mean we have to stop innovating just because we found a cool technology with smart contracts. We have to make it more efficient. So whether that's Cardano, Algorand, HEDERA, anything, the sky's the limit. We're going to find out which assets continue to dance in the top 50. Because if you can pick just a couple of these that will be in the top 50, when the crypto market cap at less than $1 trillion today is probably projected to go to 10 trillion, 50 trillion, and then maybe $100 trillion plus in the future. So I would assume that these assets that some have an actual finite supply are going to do really well. And to my knowledge, Algorand, I know people aren't happy with the tokenomics recently, but I think they're building to thrive in the future, which means once all that's in circulation, there's going to be a bedrock, a ground floor for this asset to increase in price. So yep, 10 billion algo is the max supply, 10 billion algo minted at Genesis. However, we can see that the liquid supply has been increasing and will increase as pre-minted tokens unlock and are distributed, but eventually that will end. Just like Jed McCaleb selling his XRP. So first off, we have Saucer Labs. You can find this at saucerswap.finance. So we have a DEX, check. Stater, we have staking. As we shared, dozens of millions of dollars being staked today. And I believe there's going to be other staking options in the future that I'm personally going to be watching. And now one of the most important for a successful DeFi ecosystem and a DeFi alliance is a launchpad. Now this is Headstarter, the launchpad of the HEDERA Hashgraph ecosystem. You can learn more at app.headstarter.org. So you remember when it was just ETH and then people started creating new projects on top of ETH and launching them, or other ERC20 tokens. And now Ethereum is a behemoth. Well, the same concept applies for these layer 1 projects like Algorand, Casper, I mean, hell, even XRP with a variety of tokens, and now HBAR. So Headstarter, the project accelerator and launchpad of the HEDERA Hashgraph ecosystem. So I'm going to keep a close eye on Headstarter. I want to watch the projects that are building on HEDERA because I think that gaming could be huge. And what's the group? Access, it's with a V. They're building a lot. They already said like last year that they're working with the top gaming companies. And then Ubisoft came out and said, we are on HEDERA's governing council. Now, looking at the largest video game companies by market cap, Microsoft, Tencent has XRP connections, by the way. We have, Roblox, EA Sports. It's in the game. That was not good. GameStop. It looks like Ubisoft is actually lower than I thought. So by market cap, over a $5.3 billion market cap, and Ubisoft is top 25. Now, what happens when HEDERA within their network starts announcing partnerships with somebody higher on this list? This is an amazing thread. So this is by DCL Blogger. Every AAA game studio will at some point execute an NFT strategy. P2E games won't be the main draw. Unsustainable. Interesting. The bulk of game NFTs will be free, probably quest or player rewards. Most trading volume will happen in US dollar, not crypto. That's interesting. Now we have Ubisoft right here. He's really breaking this whole thing down. Highly recommend reading this. Now the HBAR Foundation is just announcing new gaming partnerships every single day. Pleased to announce a Meta Wizards NFT, a competitive play-to-earn video game platform for the creation of a new P2E racing game on the HEDERA network. And if you want to read through all the partnerships of the HBAR Foundation with a variety of gaming companies, go to hbarfoundation.org. There's just lists of them. And I mean, the HBAR Foundation right here, over 100 grants, funds allocated over $279 million. When you see a war chest of hundreds of millions of dollars, this leads me to believe that this project is here to stay, or at least going to be here in the next 5 years. And crypto works in cycles. If you read some of those books like Altcoin Trader Handbook, and you realize it's all cyclical, this too will pass. Go 90% down, go sideways for a long time, all the weak hands give up and they leave. And the market, boom, explodes, create a new all-time high price, or at least come close to it, whether that's a 10x or 100x, and then rinse and repeat. And I do believe there will be diminished returns in the future, so paying attention now is more important than ever before. And last but not least, from Santiago, one of the smartest men on Twitter, and I like this because this tweet resonated with me. I don't understand asset buyers who cheer for bull markets, so I want to pay a higher price for this. I thought this was buy low, sell high. It's like a millennial being happy that their 401k is up, but they won't retire for 30 years buying a parabola. Like what? Wealth effect is dangerous. And I get it, but it is fun in the bullish cycle to watch your money continuously grow and then rotate it to another thing, compound it, it goes up again, rinse and repeat. And I guess we really have to just work on our psychology because mindset is everything. It affects me too. We have to get excited about low prices in projects you believe in. You truly believe in your investment for the future of it going higher or creating a new all-time high price or doing a 10x or a 1000x. You should be happy when prices are this low. It's more time to accumulate. Last but not least, guys, we have iTrustCapital linked in the video description. If you do fund your account using this link, you also get $100 in free Bitcoin after funding. This is completely free. There's no monthly fees, just a 1% transaction fee, just like using Coinbase, except for a Roth IRA, a 401k, or any type of retirement account. This is several dozen crypto assets, including precious metals, and I first signed up for this platform in January 2020. And my benefit is for my Roth IRA, because this is free, guys. This is just like having a Coinbase account. All my future earnings are tax-free, and I pay 0% in taxes for this money. So if it's a moonbag, and even a portion of it goes and reaches, dozens of millions or millions of dollars in the future, I keep all of it and pay 0% taxes. So this will be linked in the top of the YouTube video description. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.